Hello and welcome back. I got a couple care packages in the mail. One is for my home lab slash the server rack, and the other one is for my personal gaming use, and I'm really excited, and we're just going to jump right in. No waiting, let's go. Alright, so both of these bad boys came in the mail today. One on top, this is the actual part, it's a shelf that's going on my server rack to hold my batteries up. And this is a mystery box. And it's pretty big. I'm about 5'4". I'm gonna lay down next to it and show you how tall this thing is. So feet are here. As you can tell, huge box. It takes up a good portion of the room. About 34, 35, 36 inches of it maybe. All right, let's go and move this out of the way. We'll save this one for later. So this box actually already came opened thanks to FedEx or USPS or whoever opened it. And inside is my brand new Asus ultra wide. So this is 34 inches of pure gloriness. It's an IPS panel, runs at 100 hertz, overclocked. Let's see if I can get this thing out here. Box is already broken, so I'll probably break this some more. This bad boy comes with G-Sync, something I've never had before. And there's tons of other bells and whistles. So this is IPS panel again, 3440 by 1440, overclockable to 100 hertz, on display port, some one-click visuals optimization, some blue screen, or blue light reduction. I don't know, whatever. We don't really care about all that stuff. Let's open this thing up and see what it looks like. All right, that's one. Oh man. Some assembly required. I think with my Samsung Ultra Wide, there was no assembly required for this. I was just able to pull it out of the box and it was ready to go, I think. Lots of stuff falling out here. Let's go ahead and see what this is. This is the first thing. I think this is that armor stuff that they advertise with on the internet. A sticker, a manual, and installation CD. Looks like we get a USB 3.0 cable, one display port cable with this, and then also another HDMI cable. I have like a million of these things, so I doubt I'm going to be keeping that. And if I do, it'll just go in my infinite chest of junk. We also have a power brick, or power supply, whatever you want to call it. A nifty little thing. And then of course the power cord itself. This is the part that plugs into the wall. There's more stuff. Oh, here we go. So this is the stand. I don't need to open this, I guess. So this is what the stand looks like. Screws are here. See, this is the back of the stand, or the actual mount for the monitor. This thing is pretty big. It's like the size of my hand. Alright, it looks like everything out of the back. And the monitor itself. Oh wow. It just shocked me. I guess you can't touch it. Oh, it's pretty lightweight, surprisingly. I thought it'd be a little bit heavier than it actually is. So just taking a quick look at the ports that are available. We have the one display port, one HDMI port. We have the USB 3.0 connection here, and 4 USB 3.0 ports, so you would plug all your peripherals into this, like keyboard, mouse, headset, and other things of that nature, maybe a printer if you wanted. This would go out to, just the computer itself, so all 4 can be plugged into this. Over here on the right, we have a headphone jack. Kind of cool. Looks like it's be pretty difficult to get to, but we're not going to use that anyway. And then, of course, the power. And there's this little rubber protection thing that says service use only. Actually, let's see what it is. Looks like some proprietary plug of some sort. I know you can't really see that due to the angle here, but not very important, I guess, because we won't be using it anyway. So I'm not sure how to properly install this, but it looks pretty straightforward. It looks like this just kind of grabs on here. There's an electric hazard do not touch warning right here for these 2 ports. This is what the back of the thing looks like. This doesn't look like it's VESA mount compatible in any way. There might be something online. I honestly haven't done my research. I won't be VESA mounting this anyway, so it doesn't really matter for me. But let's see if I do this right. Okay, that was pretty easy. Just plugged in the back here. One thing I really don't like about this is my Samsung monitor. That right there is my other 3440 by 1440 monitor by Samsung. This actually has a display port and 3 3 HDMI ports as well as the 4 USB 3.0 plugs, which is pretty nice, and they're pretty much comparable. The only problem with this is it's not IPS. It's not an IPS panel, it's a TN panel, and it's capped at 60 hertz for a refresh rate, even over display. So these are supposed to go into this hole right here. Instructions say that I should be able to just do this, but this is blocking it. So I guess you're supposed to remove this and then kind of thumb screw it in there. It's a kind of weird design choice if I've ever seen it before. Pretty straightforward. Just do the same thing the other side. I'm just pulling this straight up, or straight like up, and simply screwing it in, and then to put it back in, it's just push it on there and it's good to go. That was the installation, at least for the mount. It's pretty simple, straightforward. Put this one back on. All right. So one of you guys asked, how big is the bulge of this monitor? Well, this is what the Samsung would look like. Kind of hard to tell. This is what my bulge looks like on the newer monitor. It looks a lot bigger. So I'll compare here. So that's about my thumb size versus the Samsung, which is clearly a lot thinner, even though this has a 7-watt speaker in it, and pretty uniform from bottom to top. Definitely a much more sleek monitor, a little bit better designed, a lot less gamery. So this monitor is not that much bigger, as you might be able to tell, quite literally the same size. So let's go ahead and get this thing powered up and turned on and see what it looks like. So clearly not room for both monitors, so I'm gonna have to remove the old one. Okay, and it is on the ground. So another problem with this monitor that I already don't like, the design of the stand here really kind of prevents you from maybe putting a laptop on here like I used to have. I would set my laptop right here, so it would save me some space. It also looks like it takes up more room on my desk, so it's actually a lot closer than I'm used to, and I have a lot less workspace here. So the stand's a little bigger than I'd like, and also, I don't know, I think that's probably it. So I really can't show you this, but so this back armor plate that's supposed to cover these cables doesn't stay on. So when I put on here, and of course, move all the cables out of the way and try to put it on, it just pops off. So that's not good. And also my cables keep coming unplugged for some reason. Yeah, that's not good. So we're probably gonna have to go without this and just say screw it. Last thing, it's all plugged in. We're just gonna remove this cover. Let's try from the other side first. All right. So that's actually pretty nice finish there. Turn it on, see what happens. So I've got this level 0, I don't even know what this is. Light in motion? Guess we'll just select 0. We're at the desktop already. So for some reason I've got this like extra, I don't know if this is a bezel right here or what, but it doesn't seem like it takes up the full screen. But I guess it does. Wow, it looks really good already. I haven't even done anything. This is, completely base model here. No calibration of any sort. Looks really good. Okay, so it's been about a week since I've had my new monitor. It's pretty awesome. I like it so far. The only, I guess 3 complaints I have is the stand's a little too wide, as well as too big in general. What I mean by that is that it sits really far up on my desk, and normally you could push some monitors back because they aren't so wide at the base, or I guess long at the base. And with this one in particular, the back legs extends pretty far out, so I can't actually increase the amount of depth the monitor has from me without it toppling over, falling off the desk, which is kind of sucks. But I'm getting used to it being so close to my face, and I actually sit back in my chair, so maybe it's a perk, maybe not. Not really sure. My other complaint is when you adjust the light level, let's say like the blue light level is at 0 and I want to be at 3, level 3 or maybe 4. And I also want to have it in RPG mode or one of the other modes. As soon as you change that light level, it immediately changes to racing mode. I don't understand really why that is. It kind of sucks and you can notice the change. But for the most part, I leave it in FPS or RPG mode, depending on what game I'm playing. And my third major complaint is this armor plate it falls off all the time. As you can see, I just pulled it off right now because it was already dangling. I have no idea why this thing will not stay on there. I mean, the cables are pretty tight back there and, extend outward a little bit. But there's no reason this just doesn't stay on. I can't figure it out. So I guess I can put it in storage or put it back in the box or throw it away, but what's the point of having this if I can't use it. Other than that, the monitor is perfectly fine. It's great replacement for my old Samsung monitor that's right here behind me. The colors are beautiful. The ultra wide is amazing, and it does a great job switching between games and back to desktop. The Samsung struggled a little bit with that. Typically what would happen is if I was in game and I had it like Fallout 4, and I play that game at 2560 by 1440, well, it would actually stretch that game out to be the full resolution of 3440 by 1440, which made everything look fat or distorted. The image was really not that good. Well, this monitor, when I play Fallout 4 and the maximum resolution is set to 2560 by 1440, it actually puts two black bars on both sides, and that way it gives it that nice crisp feel that you would expect to see from any monitor at the proper resolution. So that is kind of nice to see, and you could do that with the Samsung, but there was some configuration you needed to do with that in advance. I didn't really do it often, just because it was a lot more work than it was worth most of the time. Or alternatively, you know, software manufacturers could just make games that support more resolutions. Bethesda, I'm looking at you. Aside that, great monitor. Okay, so I'm actually going to save the unboxing of the shelf that's going to go on my server for later. That'll be in another video that we'll just watch next time. I'm a little cramped for time, but I'll get that done and I'll get it up posted to YouTube soon. And in the meantime, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.